Hello? Oh my god, that worked. Why is the input to default? I'm just gonna do default and let it ride then, I guess, because I don't know what's gonna. Well, yeah, until it doesn't work at all. It should just be going to the outputs, but I didn't see output as an option here. I think this. We are literally doing it live right now. We're in it. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. I'm your host, Joey Gavada, and this week we're talking about Last Night in Soho. An aspiring fashion designer is mysteriously able to enter the 1960s when she encounters a dazzling wannabe singer. However, the glamour is not all it appears to be, and the dreams of the past start to crack and splinter into something far darker. Last Night in Soho was directed by Edgar Wright, with a screenplay by Edgar Wright and Christy Wilson Cairns, with a story by Edgar Wright, cinematography by Chung Hoon Chung. Oh, that's a cool name. Edited by Paul Matchless. Music by Stephen Price. Production companies were Film 4 Productions, Perfect World Pictures, Working Title Films, and Complete Fiction Pictures. Distributed by Focus Features in the United States and Universal Pictures internationally. And a release date of September 4th, 2021 at Venice. And a runtime of 116 minutes. Last Night in Soho cost $43 million and made back a total of $22.8 million with worldwide box office and a total estimated domestic video sales of $1.2 million. Last Night in Soho currently holds a 76% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes with 335 reviews and a 90% audience score with 500 plus verified ratings. And I'm going to hold off on the critics' consensus until we get into spoilers. So, I got to start the time. Shit. All right. Start giving your 10 minutes, even though the 10 minutes haven't started yet. What do we think about Last Night in Soho?
I would say, what other films have I seen by this guy?
Edgar Wright. You've seen the Cornetto trilogy, right. Baby Driver. You've never seen like Shaun of the Dead or anything?
No.
What?
Yeah. I've seen all of those. I've seen the trilogy.
I've never seen that.
That's kind of wild as hell to me.
Right? Scott Pilgrim, yeah.
Scott Pilgrim too, yeah.
Adventures of. Oh, he didn't direct that.
End of the World. No, this is the end, is what it's called. Oh no, The World's End. You're right.
Yeah, it's part of that trilogy.
Yeah, I think it's the weakest one of the trilogy.
I think
so. He didn't bring back any of his old castmates.
No, not for this. It would have been weird seeing Simon Pegg in this movie. Yeah. I don't know, like,
forget like how stylistic this is, like because the other movies aren't like stylistic. They're just like
so he made a pretty clean break into being more stylistic with Baby Driver though. That Baby Driver's a lot of style, but
that's true.
His comedies are not like this or Baby Driver. Like not anywhere near it. So this is like these two movies have been huge departures, I would say, for his directing style.
Yeah, his track record's strong.
Yeah, it is. Though these two movies are way different. It's like hard to believe that this is an Edgar Wright movie because it doesn't feel like it at all.
When Eric heard his name, at first I didn't know I couldn't remember who directed it, and then I was like, oh, Edgar Wright, obviously Edgar Wright. Like I know his movies, but it's not like this would be like the fifth movie I would think of when it came to like, what has Edgar Wright done?
Yeah,
like Shaun of the Dead's number one, and then probably Scott Pilgrim because they have such like a cult following.
Yeah.
Baby Driver, I forgot that he directed that as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I love Baby Driver, so I always think of that. Baby Driver's probably way higher up on my list when I think of Edgar Wright movies.
I've seen Shaun of the Dead most, and Shaun of the Dead to me might be like the best like zombie movie ever, even though it's like a parody.
I think most people go there just because they've seen the movie a ton. You know?
Yeah. I think it's really watchable. I think all of these movies are pretty watchable.
I don't know about this one though.
That's what I was gonna say. This might be the least rewatchable.
Look, I don't know if Edgar Wright should be doing horror movies. He should have stuck. He should have stuck to this movie being more of a thriller, less of a horror movie. I think it suffered from him trying to do horror shit in it. Like it just looked tacky. It looked like a B movie. And if that's what he's going for, fucking right on, brother. You did it. Hell yeah. I'm glad you got your artistic vision out there. But it's not what I expected. When I saw this trailer, I was so fucking hyped for this movie. And then watching it this morning, I was like, I had too high of expectations for this. I should have came in with my
Yeah, I
shit
think-
way fucking lower.
Yeah, I think we hyped it up too much.
No,
And
the
then
world.
you just
No, the world hyped it up. I wouldn't say it was just you guys, because everybody that I follow who's like movie people loves this movie. And so I was like, oh, okay, so this is going to be like every other Edgar Wright movie I've ever seen. It's going to blow my dick off. And it did not blow my dick off. My dick is firmly
Not even a
placed
little
on
bit?
my mons pubis. Yeah, not even a little bit.
See,
not even your fucking
I mean,
what's it called?
Certain things that happen in the movie, I was like, oh, this is really fucking rad. Like, I like this. This is not how I thought this was going to go. But then other parts, I'm like, okay, this is like weird.
Now, do you like Thomasin McKenzie?
The whole
Do you think
cast
she was
is
alright in her role?
fantastic. Everybody's really good. I don't think anybody plays their part poorly. She does, oh my god, I'm going fucking crazy really well.
yeah, she does.
Like, she played
Yeah.
I'm bloody mental in it really well. It was really good.
I mean, she's a good actress. She's been good even like when she's in shitty movies. Because I liked her in the fucking Shyamalan
Old.
movie. Yeah.
Old's
Yeah, I also liked her in that.
good though. That
Oh,
movie's
it's decent.
that movie's a wild fucking ride.
It's a wild ride. Yeah, I'll give you that.
That's what makes it good though. It's
yeah.
enjoyable for one watch and one watch only.
Well, see, that's how I felt about this movie. I enjoyed it more so the first time. I really loved this movie the first time I watched it.
Yeah, same here.
You guys saw it in
Even though,
theaters
like,
though, right?
Correct.
That's
yeah.
why. I think this was a theater going experience. I think seeing it at home is like, it's not a very good watching it at home movie. There were multiple parts when I wanted so badly to look at my phone. And I was like, just don't do it. But then the baby
'Cause-
would start crying and I was like, I got a reason to do something other than watch this movie and play
Yeah,
with the
look at the
baby.
baby.
Damn.
Yeah. But like,
But I
it's not
feel
a
like-
bad movie. Go ahead.
No. I just think like because some of the scenes I like the best, like that's in the trailer, like the changing scene or whatever, the when they're dancing or whatever. And that scene is cool. I like the way it looks when they're like, switching or whatever, the dance choreography. But I thought it looked so much better in theaters. Like, I don't know why, but watching it back on TV, I was like, oh, this is not as cool as I remember the first time.
I mean, I wasn't even desensitized to it from having seen it before. I just thought, oh, that's cool camera work. But like even that,
Yeah.
I was like, this did not blow my dick off. I've seen
But,
it. I
like,
feel like
that-
I've seen it before. Like Texas
Yeah.
switches or whatever it's called like that. Like it's definitely nothing new. And it's not like they're not hiding the cuts.
No, and they're
yeah.
a lot harder, like rewatching where I knew they were coming versus the first time where you're kind of just trying to watch the movie. But it's like I thought they were smoother the first time I watched it.
Yeah, I thought they were smooth-ish, but it must have been just something about being at the movies and seeing it on the big screen that must have made it look
Mhm.
really good. But like
Yeah.
I was watching it on a 4K TV, watching it on
Yeah.
HBO
I
Max.
mean, the homegoing experience is so good now that it's like I'm sure you would have felt relatively the same.
I
like, if
think
you've
so
seen
too. Yeah.
it. Yeah. It's not like you were watching on your phone and been like,
No.
oh yeah, it's
On my
fucking
phone
different.
on 3G connectivity.
Yeah.
Like no.
It's buffering
outside.
every second.
Yeah, outside. In a
Yeah, away
lightning
from your
storm.
router.
Yeah. I got my phone.
Power's going in and out.
Got my phone wrapped in aluminum foil watching this film.
Your iPhone 3.
Yeah, I don't know. My issue largely with this movie is that I didn't come into it with an open enough mind. I thought that this movie should have been an 11, and I should have been prepared for the movie to potentially be a 7 or a 5.
I think this
Potentially.
movie's a vibe. Like, if you're
Yeah.
digging the vibe,
Mhm.
it's really good. And I think on the first watch, I was feeling the vibe. And I think, like, not knowing what happens the first time, I thought it was like, oh, okay, I like this. Oh, wow, that's interesting. But it's not like this is a rewatch where I felt like, oh, man, I missed so many things. I feel like I didn't. I feel like
I don't think
got
so
it.
either. What about you, Eric? You got 2 minutes and 56 seconds. Let's hear something.
I'll be honest, I kind of forgot the ending again.
That's awesome.
It's been so long.
Yeah.
That is nice. I didn't.
But I did, because like I knew something was gonna happen, but then I was like, is it this guy or is it this guy? I couldn't remember, but I still liked the cuts, like especially that first, like when she had the red dress on, like going in between not Not Ana de Armas. What's her name?
Dude, I kept going Ana de Armas
Anya
the whole
Taylor-Joy.
time. The whole time I was
Anya
watching it, I was
Taylor-Joy.
like, "What's Anna doing over there?" Yeah, I was there with you.
The cuts between Anya and Thomas and Mackenzie, dude. I thought they were so good. Like even at home.
No, yeah, it's
I like
I
the
like them.
mirror stuff.
it's
The mirror
the
stuff, I
mirror
think, is
stuff
dope.
was real dope. I like that a
Yeah.
little bit more than I did the switching off back and forth during the
Mhm.
dance. But like, go ahead. I want you to keep talking, Eric, because
I
interested.
just like that bit, and then I like all the mirror stuff was cool. Her I thought her seeing stuff. I thought that stuff was cool. Like all her visions she was having.
That might be spoil.
Like,
That might be
it kinda
spoilers.
it
I don't
kinda
know if
tripped
that was
me
in the
out.
trailer, but I like that
No,
stuff too.
I mean, it happens early on, though.
I mean, they talk about it. They do. But like, if
Yeah.
you don't know that bitch is gonna be in here seeing visions, that's
Yeah,
spoilery.
yeah.
Because I didn't know. I had
I
no
guess.
idea. So I came into it and I was like, "Oh, she a motherfucking psychic? Are we doing
Yeah.
psychic shit?" I thought it was like Midnight in Paris, the Owen Wilson movie, where he just goes back in time. Have you never seen that movie, Eric?
No, I
It
don't know
is-
what you're talking about.
It's this movie, except not a horror movie. It's like a dramedy, and it's so much fucking better than this movie.
I wouldn't even call this a horror movie though.
No, it's a horror movie. There's horror elements. There's horrific shit happening to people. Like, it's a horror movie. It's a
The last 30 minutes is more horror.
well, that's
Yeah.
when it shows its full breadth of horror. But I mean,
Yeah.
we've already spoiled it. People seeing visions and shit is scary. She was seeing motherfuckers without faces and shit. That should have been scary. Whether or not Edgar Wright was able to stick that landing and make it scary is totally something else. Because
That's another thing I like better the first time watching it.
the scary
Like
faces.
the
Yeah.
blurred out faces.
Just the concept and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is a cool concept, regardless. Though I think, and you know, we can get into it once
It's
we
a
get
cool
into
idea.
spoilers.
Like
yeah,
his ideas in his movie are really good. It's the execution.
he's not a
over,
horror
like,
director, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is a fun
This is
poppy.
his first time, right?
You could argue that that the Cornetto trilogy is a horror trilogy, but it's more comedy horror in the vein of like an Evil Dead 2. So to have
Correct,
this movie be like a horror drama mystery thriller is a little bit different. Oh shit, that was the timer. Oh no.
He did it.
I gotta turn that noise off. Okay, so now we're in full spoilers. Anybody who is watching the spoiler-free review, go ahead and click into the spoiler review so that you
Just
can
mute
hear.
my shit when I say. Just go
No, fuck it.
beep.
That would be funny. Put a box over his face.
Just click into the spoiler review so that you can see our full, deep feelings
Our
about last
8
night in
minutes,
Soho.
our 8 minutes spoiler free, and then the last 2 minutes spoilers.
But yeah, I don't know that he knows how to direct horror movies that are horrific. Like James Wan with this would have been pretty fucking rad. You know what I mean? Like, or Lee Winnell using this as like a horror movie, it would have been dope. Jordan Peele with this as a horror movie would have been fucking
you're saying,
awesome.
Horrific, like as in like they would have shown us like the faces differently and like
It
how
would've-
they
it-
came
yeah.
out of the walls differently
It
or
would have
some
just been
shit.
scarier. You know?
Well, my thing though, I feel like he went too away from comedy. He was like, okay, everything else he has
Yeah.
has comedic elements.
Right.
This movie doesn't. Like, but he didn't have to do that. Like, let this movie have comedic elements. Do your thing.
But unless this was the story he wanted to tell. Because
and it may be the case.
he wrote it, did the story for it, directed, produced it. Like, this is the movie he
Edited
wanted to
it.
make. Yeah, I mean, he probably was in the fucking editing bay changing shit. But like, this
what
is
studio is it by?
Film 4 Productions, Perfect World Productions, Working Title Films, and Complete Fiction Pictures.
Okay, so he had full control. Like, it's not
Well,
like
yeah,
it was some.
if he's producing, his production companies are gonna work on it.
Yeah.
But like,
Because
yeah,
it was just distributed by Universal, but they didn't actually, but they didn't. It's not like I was like, oh, this was done by Sony, and Sony was like, hey,
no,
I'm not liking that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. He had full control over it, which means that he just wanted to do the movie like this, which is cool. But I think, there's a reason this didn't make its fucking money back.
Yeah.
I don't know how many, film buffs who fucking love Edgar Wright were jizzing over it, but this is not a
Or maybe
movie
people
for
were
normal
like,
people.
"Oh, it's in the 70s. Fuck that."
No, people like London in the 60s and shit like that. Like, I don't know. I don't know that would have turned too many people off.
And they were like, "Oh, she talks weird. I don't like that shit."
Yeah,
Like-
it's Tuesday, isn't it?
I mean, when was the release date? You said again?
2021. I'm sorry.
I mean,
20.
I'm pretty sure around that time though, like theaters were
4th.
kind of not really open again.
No.
Like they like opened and closed.
It was opening up. At that point, you were getting vaxxed and shit. It was definitely
Yeah.
opening up. Like no.
I wonder how other movies did around that time though.
Better than this, I could tell you that.
October 20.
And they're probably Edgar Wright. They're like, Edgar who?
Yeah, Edgar, what? You're talking about that guy that made that cuck movie, Scott Pilgrim versus the Bulls?
Oh wait, it has Ana de Armas in it.
Yeah, I
Very
love
decent
Ana de
then.
Armas. She speaks fluent Spanish. I mean, and I think the home market performance kind of really dictates that it didn't, like, people really don't love this movie, which is cool. Like, you know, directors are gonna falter every once in a while, and they're gonna try something different, and it's not gonna work.
This might have come out the same week as Dune.
And Dune was a fucking banger, so the
Yeah.
movies
Like,
were
yeah.
back when Dune was out. So
Yeah, that's
yeah, but
true.
to release against Dune though, that's a major like they probably should
And
have
horror
released.
movies have
Well,
huge
yeah.
drop-offs second week.
they
It
do.
just fucking drops off the map.
I mean, but I
Yeah.
don't know if this movie could have come out at any other time and done any better. I don't think so. Because then you would have put it in the fall with other Halloween movies, and this movie wasn't going to do as well because it's not as scary. So
Yeah, so like the 29th that like Friday it came out, Dune made 4 million, Halloween Kills made 2 million, No Time to Die made 2 million, Venom Let There Be Carnage made 1.5 million.
I think
My Hero Academia made 2.8.
All of
Antlers
those
made
movies-
1.7.
all of those movies except for Antlers were, I think, box office successes.
Yeah.
So it
and
is-
this was at 7.
This is literally just this movie. Nobody wanted it.
Yeah.
You know, it
but if you
didn't
look at
hit for
even
anybody.
horror though, it had to compete with like Antlers and Halloween Kills. Like
I mean,
it-
this is
I
the
think-
better of those three movies, though.
yeah, I
Because
think
Halloween
so too.
Kills is dog shit and Antlers is dog shit.
Yeah. But like I mean, like you said, though, where else would you put it? At what time would you
Dude,
put
you
it?
the
couldn't.
Edgar Wright shoulders didn't show up, man.
No, that is, or maybe there's just not as many Edgar Wright dick writers out there, you know?
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe you're the only one, dude.
No, I'm not the only one. Trust me. My Twitter feed is full of those fucking cocksuckers. It's just that all 7 of us weren't enough.
Shit, the French Dispatch even made $1 million that day. Like,
Yeah,
there was a lot of movies out. Like,
There were,
it-
yeah. Like film, the cinema was back. So this
yeah.
movie's
This was after Carnage did like well, and then other people were like, "All right, we can squeeze them in." Like
Yeah.
at the end of the year,
but yeah,
and then they're the reason Maverick. You know,
I mean, yeah,
True.
yeah.
The fucking Sony exec.
they couldn't help Last Night in Soho, but they helped Maverick.
Look, Maverick was more important. That one was a cornerstone in film. But the critics'
see.
consensus is that although it struggles to maintain its thrilling early momentum, Last Night in Soho shows flashes of Edgar Wright at his most stylish and ambitious. And the audience says, Last Night in Soho has visual thrills, a great soundtrack, and a plot that keeps you guessing. In other words, everything you want from an Edgar Wright movie. Yeah. Except it doesn't have his soul. Like, it doesn't feel like an Edgar Wright movie, which is, I think, the thing that's killing me, you know?
I think it's
I
a
guess
solid
what's-
first time watch, but like after that, it doesn't have enough to keep you coming back.
And even then, I don't know.
Like Shaun of the Dead, I could rewatch. I'm not big on Baby Driver, but I could rewatch that shit. Like
Baby
and, like,
Driver
Shaun of
is
the Dead, I've probably seen.
extremely rewatchable.
Yeah, I
Because
love Baby
it's
Driver.
It's all thrill, you know, like it's all the whipping and oh my god, is he gonna shoot him? Yeah, I think this movie would suffer from you not knowing, or you already knowing the twist.
So
And
you
that's-
think he needed more humor for it to be a
No, no,
Edgar
no, no,
Wright
no.
movie, or what is it?
I-
I don't know what's Edgar Wright's soul. Like, what's his thing?
It's hard to pinpoint, right? But
Like I said, I've only seen Baby Driver and I guess Scott Pilgrim. But it's like it's
But comedy,
it's
comedy wouldn't have
stylistic.
done it here. Like there's stylistic choices that I think he made different choices that if he made ones that were more akin to his past movies, it would have been different. And maybe those choices that he did make in those movies are more comedy focused. So, you know, it would have been fucking impossible to do anyways, because you can't add comedy into this. It would have been weird. Unless it's like dark comedy. But like then if you add comedy into this movie, you're reducing the building stress of her having her breakdown, right? And then her discovering, we're in spoilers, her discovering that the old woman is Sandy and that Sandy didn't die, she did all the killing. And she was mass murdering dudes and hiding them in the walls and shit.
She was a baddie, dude.
Yeah.
But like,
See,
any comedy would have made this movie feel fucking weird.
but all his other movies, I care more so about the supporting cast as well. Outside of like Thomason and Anya Taylor-Joy, like I didn't really care about any of the other characters.
You care about Anya Taylor-Joy's character?
I mean, it not like a lot. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I mean,
I care only in the slightest. I care about her like I cared about Matt Smith. Like if they were in the movie,
like, I don't care about him at all.
Oh, really? I liked his character.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is
he's
cool.
a good actor.
Oh, he's fantastic. He blows this part away. But
he was better in this or
Morbius?
Venom?
No, he was in Morbius.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
He was all Morbin time or whatever.
Nah, man, he was cooler in Morbius.
Yeah,
man.
he was a fucking vampire in Morbius.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I agree. I think that is part of Edgar Wright's style. Is his supporting characters are second to none. Like he makes a world feel fully realized, and I think the reason that this movie kind of hurt a little bit is because it's based in London in modern times, and like even though Shaun of the Dead was that way, I think Shaun of the Dead is in like a fictional British town, isn't it?
It's like more
London?
small town pubby type feeling, right?
And he did
But, like,
world
you
building
care about,
there. And
in Shaun of the Dead, you care about like the girlfriend, you care about the best friend, you care about the mom, like you know, everyone that has little parts you care about, like and
it's like more realistic, relatable characters.
And this
Baby
one was
Driver,
not.
you care about the whole crew, like
Even
every
the
single
ones that
character.
you hate, yeah.
Yeah, even you know like Jamie Foxx and shit. Like you're
Even
like
Kevin Spacey's character.
I mean, yeah, you do though. You totally care about Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
You care about a
he's
piece
an interesting
of shit.
character.
Yeah, but like this movie has none of that. None of it.
I think they needed more Diana Rigg, dude.
I mean, she was a baddie.
In the end, when she's like explaining everything, I loved her,
Stone Cold and shit. Yeah.
The end and the twist, and then especially too when they bring the music in again, like it's good. Like it's really good.
Yeah.
This movie's slow, and this movie is really boring at points.
Holy dick, is this movie slow? It is. I was like, this is the longest 2 hours of my fucking life, and it's so weird to contrast that to Nope, where it was a fast 2 hours. Like that movie was banging. Like, and this movie was a crawl, which was cool because it crawled to a crescendo that was a banger ass ending, but like it could have been a little faster than it was.
And with the roommate, it's like such a like stereotypical mean girl. Like we wasted too much time on her.
Yeah,
why have her
character?
And even when you do the library thing with like, oh, she almost stabbed me or whatever, I'm like, shut up, like, dude,
then
it was just like so stupid.
That didn't even get resolved.
It didn't. Yeah, it didn't impact anything.
Yeah, it didn't impact shit. And
then,
then
it was just a waste of time.
And then what's the dude's name that she was hanging out with? I'm looking for his name. John? Was his name John?
Is it? He doesn't even have a picture on his shit.
I think it was John.
Yes, it is.
Like he was cool, man. Why couldn't we have spent more time with that character? Yeah, like why couldn't we have shown like the whole movie was just kind of her breaking down instead of her bouncing between manic episode and, you know, a sense of safeness with other people, right? And
like let them have more of a relationship. Let them, you know, actually, you know, have this back and forth. Cuz like it's just like okay, and it's like it kind of rushes things, like, and that's my issue with it. Like there has some pacing issues. Like the first, like once it gets to like an hour, it's like okay, she's now seen Sandy, and we're gonna go fully through with this. But the first hour doesn't really set it up enough. I feel it's kind of like okay, it's almost like a different story, and you don't know. It's just like it's like she's kind of going crazy.
Yeah,
and then I'm like I guess she is, but she isn't. I don't freaking know.
They should have just started her in London, already at the school.
Yeah.
having a shitty time.
Like what?
Yeah.
Like other than the grandmother going, you a crazy bitch. Like what did meeting
Have you
her
seen
do?
your mother lately?
Have you been seeing her, mate? Like
I
fucking.
haven't seen her in weeks, Mum.
I
That doesn't add much, like her seeing her mom in the mirror early on.
Dude, it doesn't add much at the end either.
They should have kept it a secret. They should have kept her seeing shit a secret until she actually sees shit.
Yeah, they shouldn't have said
'Cause
nothing.
the whole time you're like, oh, she's dreaming. That's cool.
She's dreaming.
How'd she
Yeah.
get
All of a sudden-
Well, so that's the weird thing too, right? So are they saying that she can interact with the past and that
like,
if that's the case, is she being sexually assaulted? Is she having to live through that? Like, what the fuck is happening? This movie has a bunch of unexplained plot points that I don't
yeah,
understand.
I
it.
never thought about that one.
Like, that was the first thing I
Doesn't
thought.
she get hurt? She like busts her hand through a mirror. Shouldn't if she had gotten got in real life?
That's what I said, and then there was no
the
cut.
only time she gets it is it's the hickey. It's the only time it happens.
That
like
Freddy Krueger was feeling a little handsy that day.
yeah, it just seems like he had ideas and then decided, oh, we're not going to go with them. But
we
like,
didn't want to flesh that out, and then afterwards, I'm sure maybe there's like more to it. Like there's a like more. They had to cut stuff obviously in movies, and I'm like. But it's like, why have that scene? And then she's like freaking out because those guys are like, those ghosts are like climbing on her or whatever.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, are they? Aren't they? Are you like it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. That got me though. When like she went to go for her alarm, she's like, "Oh, it's over."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the dude reaches.
Oh yeah.
That got me.
That's still a lot of cool moments. Like it's not like I hate the movie. It's just it has flaws.
Right.
But yeah, that was crazy. I mean, the faces stuff when you start seeing the people and then she starts seeing them is cool. I do like it, and then it's like morphing together like her reality, but it's like I don't understand it though. Like, is she just psychotic? Can she actually speak to the dead? Like, is she actually seeing her mother like spirit, or is it like it can't be her imagination because of the hickey thing? So then I'm like,
no,
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think she is a psychic. Because her mom was apparently like that, and then she ends up seeing old girl in the mirror too. That or she's just psycho. She's just crazy.
I don't really get that. I don't really get that ending, to be honest.
I think it's just supposed to be like, oh, your mom's
saved me type shit, or
no. I thought it was a malicious smile, is what she gave her.
I also thought it was malicious too.
Yeah.
But it's like, what?
I think it's like I'm still here, like
Right.
you didn't get rid of me type of thing.
Yeah. I'll bloody cut you, bitch.
But like, why would the lady have such a like evil demeanor to her? You're like 75 years old, like,
and she's not a
nothing
dude.
happened.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like she was killing dudes. Why are you fucking being mean to this girl? I don't understand.
What did Anya do?
Nothing.
All she did was have that old boy in there, and then that scene was weird too, where old boy, and then she like freaks out and stuff. And just
what? He's either down bad or a fucking real G for coming back. It's one of the two. Because
he's down bad for sure.
No,
I mean, she a baddie.
I don't think he's down bad. He's not.
When she got that blonde hair, he didn't stand a goddamn chance.
No, he wasn't a bad looking dude though. Like he can't be that down bad.
I mean,
dude, he was a fashion dude too, so he's not down bad.
No way. He was just a good dude. And then he was like. He's like, "Oi, bruv, I'm not trying to get caught for the R word." And then she was like screaming, and then he was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna walk through glass to get the fuck out of here.
But she's like also the only nice girl. Like every other girl in here is a shitty person, except for like the bartender lady. Like every other female in here is kind of,
and even the bartender lady is kind of a dick.
Yeah, like it's like everyone. But like even with the grandmother, it's like, dude, we got nothing out of that relationship. I feel.
No, the relationships are the weakest part of this movie.
Yeah, she looks familiar too, the grandmother, but I don't know what I've seen her in.
Oh, I have no idea. I think the soundtrack's the best part of this movie, though.
100%. I don't even think it's up for debate.
Dude, I was jamming, man.
The soundtrack bops.
Yeah.
The twist though with the older gentleman who was like stalking her or whatever. I think that twist was fucking stellar, and then it was followed by the twist.
I didn't see that shit coming.
Me either. And then it was.
Yeah.
I think the twist of the old lady being Sandy was a little easier to guess you know? Alex guessed it right away. And then, you know, the further the movie went on, I was like, damn, maybe she didn't die. Like, maybe this is her. But then the second twist where she was the killer, that one also was like, oh, fuck, I didn't see this shit coming.
I think the ending's good though. Like I think the ending saves the movie because I think
Yeah.
all the twists are good. Like I didn't see any of them coming. Maybe I should have. I mean, rewatching it, I can tell. But the first time watching it,
they definitely, when they introduced Sandy in her dream, like the very first dream, she's like, "I'm Alex."
Well, yeah,
And
that was
then,
the
like,
weird part too. Yeah.
Fast as like loud as hell, and then like I can't remember if the old lady Diana introduces herself as Alex when she rents out the place.
I don't think she
or she
does.
just says I'm Miss Campbell.
Yeah, I don't know that she gives
I
her
think she
first
does.
name.
Yeah, I think she just says her.
Because the first
Her
time
last
she
name.
notices it, the first time oh my god, what the hell's her name?
Ellie.
Yeah, the first time Ellie notices it is when she's looking at the mail.
Yeah, and even then she didn't even notice it. She glossed over it. The audience didn't. Like I guess if the audience just pay attention, but she was only worried about her like.
Oh yeah. She was just
her
looking for the
mail.
piece of mail or whatever. You're right. Yeah, I don't know. This movie could have been amazing,
Mhm.
and instead,
I mean, the middle of
it's
this
just
movie
good.
is weak as shit. Like
Yeah, the second act really fucking yeah. The it's almost like the back half of the first and the first half of the second is trash. Like that
Yeah.
whole 45 minutes or whatever is doo, and then it picks up and it gets
Yeah.
better. But
a third of this movie, if reworked, this movie could have been great.
yeah, and maybe it did. Maybe it just took someone rereading the script and being like, "Oh, Edgar, are you sure about this one?" And he would have been like,
And then,
"Yeah,
like,
probably not."
You know what would have been
Everyone
cooler?
just.
Go ahead.
I would say, and everyone just shitting on Ellie. Like even the cops shitted on Ellie.
Yeah, she just had a tough
Mate,
break
she's
of it.
fucking mental, mate.
And he's like washing his hands.
But what would have been cooler is if she starts in London and then she talks to her grandmother, but like we never see her grandmother. So then we're like, is she actually talking to her grandmother because she's getting so crazy? I think that would have been cooler.
And midterms are coming up, so she's fucking studying late nights in the library alone.
Why are you fucking whispering at me, John? It's a fucking library.
It's a library, bro.
That joke fucking nailed me, man. That shit put me to sleep. I was dying. It was so funny.
He was like, "I can keep you up."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, what am I saying?"
Well, they were on ecstasy hard as fuck. They were rolling
Yeah, they were tripping.
tits. It was so
I-
funny.
I love the line though when it's like, you know, oh, the least I could do for you, and it's like, oh, what's the most? I don't know why, but it cracked me. I loved it. I
Yeah.
was like, that's smooth. And then she says it later on, and then she's like, oh, I don't know why I said that. Dude's all like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like it was cool.
Their chemistry was really good. We just didn't get enough of it.
Yeah, like take out the mean girls, like or have them have like the roommate got
Yeah,
too much
fuck
screen time for what she
Jocasta.
did.
Yeah,
Like she didn't do
fuck
shit,
Jocasta.
but like shit on her. Like, but
Yeah.
also too, she goes from like Ellie goes from like okay, but not really, I guess, because she's seeing her mom in the beginning.
She's-
But it's
she's
like
kinda
it's
fucked.
so quick.
Yeah.
like,
She's like 30% fucked already.
they make fun of her like one time behind her back, and she's like, I gotta move out. Like,
Like literally, that's like day number 2,
But
right?
that's like a whole thing with
Yeah.
it's paranoid schizophrenia. She's seeing shit
Yeah.
and hearing voices. Yeah, the minute somebody does her wrong, she's gonna be like, I can't. These people are out to get
Yeah.
me. I gotta fucking go. You know what I mean? Like, so if we're looking at it through the lens of she is just actually fucking crazy, like she's just mentally ill, it makes sense. Like she's doing
But I
things that a
think-
mentally ill person would be doing.
which is true, but then I also think it's like paranormal because like, she
no,
was looking
it
at that
is.
board.
I don't.
But-
Anybody who looks at this movie and is like, "No, it's all just mental illness," bitch.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? This bitch is seeing ghosts
Yeah.
and shit. No. It's way past mental illness at this point.
But on the outside looking in, you're supposed to be like, oh, this is like in reference to schizophrenia, sure.
Yeah.
But like the thing where it's like, oh, the card just happened to be the one on the floor of the house, even though there's other housing shit on there that like drew her to that apartment. It's like it's some Sixth Sense shit going on.
Oh, I like that. Maybe it's like the ghosts
Yeah, I
of the
think about it
dead
like
men
that, yeah.
who like led her there. That'd be kind of cool.
Because like it's just too convenient for like, oh, I need a house. Oh wait, this one on the floor. Oh, it's a house. Like
Yeah, but it's not even really like she needed a house. Like,
She
you know, she just
though.
didn't. She just wanted her house.
If no houses were there, she could have went back to her room.
Yeah, like the room was still there. She still had it. She just had to.
Still renting that bitch out.
Yeah, she's definitely paying for that shit. Her student loans are still getting racked up for it.
Dude, all her
Skyrocketing.
extra money is on that fucking. Now she has to work because all her extra money's for rent.
No, she's wearing her extra money, dog. That was like 3 months worth of rent she bought for that jacket.
That shit was like 700 pesos.
Yeah, whatever, like fucking 10,000 Japanese yen she had to pay for that. Yeah, damn. I really do wish that I liked this movie more though. It makes me so sad because this.
I feel like all we've done is shit on it though, for the most part.
I kind of did figure like it would be heartbreaking watch for you.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, I hope he enjoys it, but
I almost wish it was more stylistic too. Like if he would have gone full fucking Zack Snyder style, like just style over substance, fine, give me that. Cause I know what I'm watching then. I'll fucking turn my brain off. It's The Cell. The Cell was all style over substance.
Yeah.
Fine, give me that shit cause I love that. But not this, where it's a little bit of style and a little bit of substance. No, fuck that.
I think what helped me though the first time, especially, I didn't see the trailer too much. So like I had
yeah, you're lucky.
I had no idea what this movie was about. I thought these two girls were like, I'm like, is Ellie in that time? Like, I didn't know it was modern day.
That's what
60s.
I thought too, though, is that she like traveled back in time or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when I figured out, I was like, oh shit, she's like, did some dream shit. Okay. Like, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't see that shit.
Some Freddy
She's
shit.
dream walking.
Yeah, she's a dream warrior.
Yeah. She's a warrior.
I don't know. I think we said the good things about it, though. I mean, it's a good-looking movie. It's a very
visually
good-looking
cool
movie.
as shit.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the mirror stuff I think is so good, and then like the fogginess of the ghost stuff I think is super cool.
the ghosts do
like,
look good.
Yeah,
I
like how they're like you can see a lot of them, but you can't see like too much of them. It doesn't like it feels like a nice in between. Where it's like it doesn't look clearly like a ghost because you can see enough features,
right?
But then it's like I don't know. It's like fog almost, which I like.
Yeah,
yeah. And then I like how Sandy even explains it, right? She's like, there were so many men, I just had to like blur out their faces at one point to like I can become sane.
Which is cool,
So
though.
that's-
I really like that. I don't know.
But I did think it was kind of lame when the ghosts were like, help.
No,
Help!
which is I almost wish that they would have kind of.
I thought it was a little cheesy.
If they would have laid the breadcrumbs for that earlier on in the movie, I think it would have been less of a cheeseball moment. You know what I mean? Like if the ghosts were trying to talk to her, but she wouldn't listen, it would have been different.
Mhm.
But like just randomly being like, "Help me," I can understand how that's kind of cheesy.
But that was another time when it's like because it's the hickey, and I guess that time where it's like so she can interact, like.
Well, but the ghosts are even different than when she went back in time or whatever.
Yeah, because they're kind of sneaking in, but it's like her psyche's almost breaking more, so maybe that's why they're able to seep in more. Because she has it less
getting
together.
more fucked.
Yeah, that could be it too.
Because now it's bleeding into her awake,
Right?
versus it's only doing when she's sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is interesting. I thought it was cool.
I mean,
thought
you
it
can
makes
say
sense.
like she's not getting sleep, so she's like kind of dozing off,
Yeah.
But I think we're giving this movie a lot. Like we're really filling in the holes for this movie.
But you have to. I think you have to fill in the holes for this movie.
Yeah, you
Like,
do. Otherwise, it'll
because
drive me crazy.
There's potholes.
Yeah, a
like-
ton of all over the fucking place.
And
Yeah.
Hickey, it was just a snail, dude. A snail came out of nowhere.
You know what she did? You know that first day, like she did have a little more curls in her hair when she was running late. So maybe
She
the
burnt
next
herself?
day she straightened it and burnt herself.
Yeah.
It'd have been the other way around. You burn yourself with a curling iron.
You know, I'm trying to fix it. You know, I'm giving it my best shot.
This is our first draft, all right?
No,
come on.
yeah, you're right. Second draft though, we have to switch them because you can't
Yeah.
burn yourself with a straightener.
Straight.
No,
Oh yeah,
straighteners aren't
because it's the
closed.
rod.
Right. The
Yeah,
curling iron is just an exposed heating element
yeah.
that these motherfuckers put in their hair crazy style. Yeah.
She got some 60s shit. We don't know the way they were in the 60s. She might have some. Everything's open.
Yeah, they actually put gasoline in her shit and set it on fire to curl it with the heat. All
What's
right,
another
man.
good joke? I like the when the old lady was like, "It's London, man. Everyone's died here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was a good cover
Everyone's-
too. Like that's an excellent cover for her to be like, well, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
everybody's died everywhere, but like, yeah, that was real
And
smart
then I
of
didn't
her.
catch the first time she was like, "Oh, there's an Italian bistro, so it smells like shit."
No, it's a cafe from Paris. That's why it smells like shit. I thought, or she was talking about
when it gets hot. What if they need to plug in? She said when it gets hot.
maybe a fan.
Yeah, because she's like, oh,
No.
you don't need it now, but something about the smell, so you might want to keep it plugged in or some shit.
Cafe Paris was like the original club that they went to, but she was saying, "Oh, the loft is next to this Italian bistro, so it smells like shit." So
Oh, she said
Yeah, if you-
Italian. I thought she said a Paris cafe. That's what I thought she said. I totally
she said
misunderstood
bistro.
her
I know.
there.
I know for sure she said bistro, and she's like,
Oh.
"If anything smells funny, it's because there's a bistro next door."
Oh, huh.
So wait, those people were actually in the floors?
Yeah, they were in the walls and shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is cool, but like that's also
Cool,
like
yeah.
that's why people were leaving. They're probably just dying when they found out that there's people in the fucking walls.
I mean, anytime she found out, she clearly kills the people.
Yeah, she's just
Have
fucking
some
murders
tea,
them.
love.
Yeah, you won't be talking, all right.
She did some real Get Out shit right there. That scene is really reminiscent of Get Out.
Yeah.
Bro, when she's like, "Oh, I know you're not gonna say anything." Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. Oh, I know.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck do you mean? You know?
Oh, boy's a fool though and got shanked up though. Like I thought it was funny. But
I would have
like,
done the same though. I think he acted rationally in the situation. Who would have thought that old white lady was gonna stab him? Not me.
Not me.
I mean, I would have never went back to the house the way she reacted the first time. Where she tell him like, if you come back, I'll kill you.
I think the old
Terrible.
lady was like, no, I thought she was just like, if you come back, I'll fucking have you arrested or some shit.
Okay.
I don't know if she
I never would've
threatened to
went back.
kill him. Well, but he was outside. And then it was
Yeah.
when old girl took too long, he was like, this seems like a problem.
I mean, she
Yeah.
did say 15 minutes hard out.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't wrong. I'm not saying
No,
he was
no,
wrong
no.
at all. I think he was. It's not like in a horror movie where a character makes a dumb decision. I think he made the right decision. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, I would have never went back to that goddamn house.
I would have went
And
back
you
with
know he
my
doesn't
own
got the
knife.
strap, dude. It's London, man.
Yeah.
Dude, and I would have left everything there. Like, fuck that shit. I don't need none of it.
What a record, James. Come on.
Yeah, those are her nan's records, dude.
Her nan's got like 3 years tops left, dude. Fuck the
No
record.
way. She wasn't that old. Come on.
I mean, yeah, she was vibrant.
Yeah, she was. She was spry. She
Not
was
even that vibrant.
She was using her cell phone and shit. Like she knew what was up. Granny was slanging and banging, dude. You better fucking watch your mouth.
All right.
I wonder if Granny
I'll
can
watch my
see
mouth.
ghosts.
Right? That's kind of weird that like Nan doesn't see ghosts, but the mom and she does. Like what is
We don't
it?
see the grandfather, right?
No.
Maybe it's from the that side.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah.
The old Nan was in Taste of Honey in 1961.
That's hot.
The Leather Boys, The Knack and How to Get It.
Oh God.
Doctor
Those all
Zhivago.
sound sexual.
Dr. Zhivago is a
Smashing
real
Time.
one. Smashing time. It's
She
smashing
won
time.
the Cannes Film Festival Award for Best Actress and Most Promising Newcomer.
So I'm good to just
At
move
both
on
the
to the next
BAFTA
part of the
awards.
podcast then, right, Eric? Since you're reading about this
Eric, I
no
know
name
why. Thanks,
actor.
but, yeah.
She's not no name. She's just famous. Oh my god, she looks creepy as hell in this photo,
Oh
dude.
no.
I'm about to crop it so it's even creepier.
Oh, my God.
No.
All right, James, what was your favorite part of our last night in Soho?
So the music, first of all, favorite stuff, fantastic.
What'd you post it?
But then
Post it in general.
the mirror scenes I think are really cool. So like when she first goes into the 60s stuff, I like the best.
Yeah. Eric, what was your favorite part?
I think my favorite part was the cop twist.
Yeah.
When he's like walking away and you're like, oh
Ooh,
man,
that
she's
picture is
recording his conversation. Like she's about to bust him.
Yeah, but yeah. Even though that is kind of weird too, because she's just like stalking him and he's like, what? Like, no, dude, I told you everything. I don't need to be questioned.
And then the lady is like, what? Oh, he was a copper.
He was a copper. He's a bloody copper.
That was crazy, though.
Dude, when he got hit by that car, I love people getting hit by cars in movies. That shit gets me bricked up in the club. I'm like, this
Any
is
movie,
awesome.
no matter what movie I see, when someone walks in the road,
Yeah.
I think they're getting hit by a car.
Dude.
It could be a family comedy.
Every time, I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, don't turn your back to the street.
Yeah.
Don't ever.
Yeah.
That'd be the
His shit was
last
kind
time.
of fucked though, because he had like
His
that
face
white
got
hair,
fucked.
Yeah.
and instantly the red blood like contrasted with his white hair. I was like, oh, it was kind of too real, man.
Too real. That was too real. Not him
Yeah.
getting hit by a car. I think my favorite part is probably just the last 20 minutes. The last 20 minutes is just a full-on banger. You got fucking crazy lady doing crazy shit. You got ghosties doing ghosty shit. Like, yeah, the last 20 minutes are fantastic.
You're right. Did I take it back? My favorite part was Diana Rigg.
Yeah, she's great. I mean, and it's so crazy how she goes from kind of cold to a little bit like caring and like loving, and then she just goes full fucking psychotic, and you're like, this bitch has layers.
I mean, it's super dope because you're like literally like, okay, she's just an angry old lady, and then she's like, oh, she feels for her, she understands her, and it's just like, no, I'm just fucking doing a trap because I'm a
killer,
Bitch.
I mean, she killed so
I mean,
many men though. She got so good at it.
Oh yeah, she was a seasoned
Many men.
professional.
Many men.
James,
I mean, and this was her last role, dude. So R.I.P.
I mean, she went out with a bang for sure. James, what was your least favorite part of last night in Soho?
Anything with the roommate, like it just was like it was unnecessary, and even the stuff with the grandmother, I'm just like, you know what? That's like 25 minutes we probably could have, done other shit with.
Allocated to better characters.
Yeah, I would rather have more stuff with the guy that liked her, or maybe fleshing out like something else.
Yeah, he wouldn't have mind fleshing her out too, homie.
He tried every time, dude.
He did.
He said it. Dude.
He was shooting a shot.
The most.
Yeah, he was shooting.
But every other girl his age was being a bitch. So of course she's nice. He's like, oh shit, I'm not used to this.
Yeah,
and I'm from South London, so these people hate me.
Yeah, I love that. You have a car? Well, how the fuck do you think I get here every day?
Yeah.
So
I love when he's like, oh, where are you from? He's just like, South London.
Yeah. Eric, what was your least favorite part?
I think we could have dealt less just school petty bullshit with the mean girls, less of that, because they're making fun of her in school while she was making her shit, just less of that.
And I feel like that wouldn't fucking happen. This is not it's some pristine thing. It's not like they're in high school.
No, some people in college act like that though.
Yeah, but it was too high school drama bullshit for me.
Maybe it's because they're in the fashion industry. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel like there are people in college who definitely act like this.
Yeah. But I couldn't stand it though every time it was happening. I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Because not like the girl got her comeuppance. If she did, that'd been one thing.
Yeah.
She should have got killed by
even in the end, she was kind of woohoo, good for you.
Wow, you made 60s clothes. You made clothes that existed already.
Yeah.
Nice job, idiot.
I think my favorite part was that this movie just didn't know what it wanted to be. It didn't pick a lane and stay in it. It tried to just dip its toes into too many different lanes. And I don't think it succeeded from it. Cinema score questions. Would we rent it? No.
Nah.
Would you buy this movie physically?
Nope.
Nah.
No.
I mean, you already did.
Too late.
Yeah. Would you buy this movie digitally? No.
No.
Good thing you got it with your copy.
I did. Did I?
And that's why we don't pre-order, kids.
That is why we don't pre-order. You're right.
Yeah.
Because I don't even have his better films. I have one other film of his.
Oh, no.
And I watched this shit on HBO Max.
Yeah, so did I. I didn't even watch the copy that I own.
No.
I watched it on HBO Max.
No. Come on, Joey.
It's what I deserve. I'm flogging myself so that I get better.
You should have watched it when it came out. That's your fault.
That is my fault, 100%. I admitted it. I should have watched it the first time it was on fucking HBO Max for free. That's when I should have seen it.
Too, yeah.
I just wanted to see it in theaters and I couldn't get there. Would you buy it in the $5 bin at your local brick and mortar or virtual retailing establishment?
No. It's not
Nah.
rewatchable enough to even throw 5 at it.
You know,
I'll buy it as a gift for Joey one day.
if I didn't own it already, I would have bought it for $5 just to just to complete the collection. I'd buy it for somebody else. You're right, Eric. That's a good one. Would you put this on in the background while people are over?
Sure.
Yeah, if you're
why
hanging
not?
out with people and someone's like, "Oh, last night in Soho, I've never seen it. Is it any good?" Yeah, it's fine. Do you want to watch it? Sure, throw it on. We're not paying attention to it.
I think the twist would like obviously not work, but like outside of that, the first half of the movie,
But
it
it
doesn't
might-
matter anyways.
I mean,
No, I think the twist will
you-
still work.
not with the cop, because you're missing the cop part.
You
There's
missed
no
too
way.
much.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there's a high enough chance that you'd be able to see all the scenes with the old lady to be like, that old lady's nice, giving her a place to live. Kind of a bitch for how much she put up forward, but at least she's helping her out. And then to just come to the end of the movie randomly where she's stabbing motherfuckers, you'd be like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
That might make the movie better.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. When you were pitching it, I was kind of in on it.
And would we recommend it? Sure.
I mean, I still would. Like, I still think it's good.
Yeah, I still would too.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, if you're just hanging out, you're Netflix and chilling, you're HBO and maxing, like, sure.
You're maxing and smashing, like, sure.
Because the movie is crazy enough. Maybe if the person you're with isn't as into horror movies and they're scared by this movie, maybe they'll cuddle up and they'll flick your bean. Cool.
No, dude, the
Nice.
stylisticness of it, like that 60s vibe, the music, the sex appeal, dude, it'll get your fucking jibbies going.
Dude, when Matt Smith and Anya Taylor-Joy were dancing, I was like, oh, okay. When they were doing
Yeah.
the twist
This
and
movie
shit,
has sex appeal, dude.
it does, but only in the 60s.
Yeah,
Because it
yeah,
loses
yeah.
all sex appeal when
100%.
a girl is going fucking nuts in the real
That's
world.
why I said it. It's not what it used to be.
Yeah. Our ratings. Who's got a good one? Mine's gonna be dog shit.
I ain't got a good one.
Oh no, we're falling apart. Lisa.
7 out of 10. That's the most I could do for you.
That's a good one.
I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Scissors to the eye.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not to the eye.
So it connected. I'm looking at what we have in the 7s right now. Cause I was thinking 7 at first. Oh, I think this movie's a 7. So 7s have like Snowpiercer, 500 Days of Summer, Annihilation, Tenet, Multiverse of Madness up at the top, and then the bottom 7s are Almost Famous,
Why is
Veronica.
Tenet in there, dude?
Dude, I don't know.
Tenet's not that good.
No, I rewatched half of it. Half of that
Yeah.
movie is a 9 at best, 9 at worst, I should say.
Yeah.
Man, John David Washington is hard in
He's
that
He's
movie.
fantastic. He
My
is,
man,
yeah.
my man is the whole movie and is great. I'm the protagonist.
Yeah,
What?
he
Who names
is.
himself that? Step Brothers, Malignant, Remember the Titans, Batman Returns, and Shazam is the bottom of the 7s.
Dude, Malignant was such
Wow.
a wild ride.
Yeah, see, if this movie was more like Malignant, it would get an 8 for me. I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, Edgar Wright is off his fucking rocker.
I think this movie. I don't think this movie's an 8. I think it's a solid 7.
No,
7
that's
and a
what I'm
half.
saying.
I could roll with.
I'm saying if it was more like a Malignant, this movie
Yeah.
would totally be an 8. If it had Edgar Wright style with James Wan's craziness, oh, that's an 8 in my
yeah.
book any day, bro. But like, this is a 7.
For-
I'm tempted to give it a 6.5. To be honest with you,
What if the mom was the killer?
bro. At first, I thought the mom
I thought
was
so too.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah.
This movie could have been so
Yeah.
much better. You know what? No,
All
I
up,
think.
dude.
You know what? No, I think this is a 6.5. Fuck it, I'm going there. I think right
Damn.
now on this viewing, it's a 6.5. Maybe on a review, I may give it a higher score once I give it a
It'd
better
be
shot.
5.5.
No,
I would have
that'd
gave
be
it
terrible.
low. I would have gave it more. I would have given it an 8 on the first watch.
Damn. Oh shit! I didn't upgrade. I didn't update the things. I'm updating the ratings now.
Are you excited for his next venture, next Edgar Wright movie? Then
You know what? Everybody makes missteps. Not every album is a good album. So yeah, I'm gonna go into the next one as confident that I'm
You're
gonna
right,
love it
dude.
as I did with this one. You know what I mean?
Mr. Morale, Big Steppers, he fell off.
It happens.
Okay.
It's funny though when we look at our list though, because it's like some of these movies, and it's like obviously because it's just the averages, where I'm like, man, like this movie is clearly like better than all these sevens, and there's other ones where it's like, damn, this movie's
This
dog
thing's
shit.
got
How
no
to the
right.
seven?
Yeah, it's got no
you know?
right. Yeah, I mean, like we said, in 94 episodes, we're gonna go through. We're gonna remove the outliers, and then we'll have just the three of ours, and we'll have two different lists. And we'll have a list with the averages and a list with the always here's that deserve to have a
Yeah, the
vote.
people that actually watched the whole movies and
All the
talked
time.
about him and gave their score.
Yeah.
Not, oh yeah, I saw it like 3 years ago.
Yeah, because there are some in there where it's like, why
Well,
did they
some
do
are
that?
skewed too much too because it's like two people, or like even 3 versus 4
Yeah.
people skews it crazy.
Well, yeah, that one other person can drop, or like Moneyball was 8, 9, 9, 4.5.
Yeah.
Doesn't deserve it. That should have been in the 9s, but fucking Eric was whack as fuck on that one too. But yeah, we're gonna have to go back and fix it. Maybe we need to re-review Moneyball so that Eric can fix his score.
I damn sure watched
Well,
it.
I gave it a
Alright.
4. I gave it a 4.5.
No, you gave it an 8. Galax gave it a 4.5.
Okay, I think it's Galaxy's score that's messing it up. Come on.
But it's a 9-10 movie, and for some reason it's in the 7s or wherever the fuck it's at.
But if you would have gave it to a 9, we could have at least had it in the 8s.
Oh,
Where-
it's in the 8, but it's a middle of the pack 8. It's below The Conjuring 2, The Big Sick, and Sandlot.
It's
And,
better than Sandlot and Conjuring 2. The
it's-
Big Sick, I think, is fantastic.
It's better than The Big Sick.
Why is the Big Sick so low?
I don't know. I don't think everybody gave it a 10.
Man, no one likes your boy like you do, man.
I know, clearly.
So this week we're watching Prey for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the other one we were talking about watching?
Shit, there's like 3 movies that come out this week.
What are they? I'm looking up the ratings for Big Sick. So
Movies.
We might have to do an extra episode.
the week after,
soon.
right?
Yeah, we can talk about it after, but
I mean, we could talk
Hey,
about
that
it now.
movie,
Your
I
trip
watched
is
that
the
movie not
19th.
okay.
the 20th to the 21st, I'm gonna
Right.
be up.
So let's do we'll do the double episode in 2 weeks on the 14th.
But there's a lot of shit coming up, so that's good though. There's a
We
lot of movies
had
coming up.
Bodies.
That's gonna
Prey,
have a-
and
Bodies-
Bullet Train.
Bodies isn't going to have a wide release though, so it's going to be harder for I think Eric and I to go see it.
So Bullet Train and
Yes.
Prey.
Yeah, Bullet Train was the other one that I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you
Oh.
gave the Big Sick a 9.5. Eric and I gave it an 8, so that's why
Okay.
that's there. But if Galax would have given it a 4.5, it'd have been below Moneyball.
They've been fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we're for sure reviewing Prey, right?
Yeah,
And then Bullet Train, I think, is a potentially
That's
for
the
us.
it's the 12th.
No, Bullet Train and Prey
It's
come
the
out
5th.
this
Shit!
Friday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, there's which I don't think we're gonna watch is Easter Sunday with Joe Coy.
Huh?
Who?
He's like a
Again?
comedian.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Okay.
With
You're
a name
right.
like that, I'm good.
I said I didn't think we were. I just was throwing it out there.
You were right. You nailed it. We are not watching that.
But there's a movie called Not Okay on Hulu that gives me that movie that I can't think of it right now. Oh, Don't Look Up vibes.
Yeah, but then you're watching a Don't
We
Look
already,
Up
we already saw the
ripoff.
best.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't think this movie is better, but I think it's on Hulu, and if people want to watch it, it's a decent watch.
That's 3 movies in a week. Oh, this looks like it gives off. It's trying real hard to be like a Don't Look Up.
It is 100%.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what we watch. And
I
what
mean,
we
I
don't
already
watch.
watched it.
Oh my god, that's why you
Oh.
brought it up.
Yeah.
That might be
Pray
the
for
one.
sure, though.
That might be the one that we do for a double up, and then we just fucking post it later. I guess. We'll definitely see. Pray for sure though, because that's getting fantastic reviews. Do we know?
Ooh,
what...
is it? I haven't looked.
Oh yeah, people are
haven't looked
loving
either.
Prey right now.
Ooh.
Bullet
I was gonna
Train,
watch it anyways.
no reviews.
I'm excited for Bullet Train, even though like we know the whole movie.
Dude,
It's
it
gonna
makes
be
me
a
so
fun
mad.
action movie. Like,
Yeah, but
you know,
come on, it would
I'm
have
just
been.
excited for my boy, dude.
It would have
If
been
it's not
more
better than
fun.
Gray Man, though, I'm gonna be pissed.
It's
Because
gonna
like
be
it
better
has to
than
at
Gray
least
Man.
be
Come
better
on.
than Gray Man.
Yeah. Oh, nobody. Never mind. Prey
got-
stuff
it's
isn't
gonna
up
make a-
yet.
It's
But
gonna make a ton of money, dude. It got Bad Bunny in it, though.
yeah, a hell of people
You're
are
right.
gonna go just for Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
You jest.
Latinos are gonna show up crazy.
They will. They'll be like, wow, we really hit the Latino market on this one.
I missed him in concert, so I gotta go see Bullet Train.
I'm sure he's gonna have a big part.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in on twitch.tv/SoonerLaterTV, our YouTube channel, or my personal Facebook for our review of Last Night in Soho. Continue listening and watching and showing your support on all social media at SoonerLaterTV. If you couldn't catch us live on those 3 platforms, don't worry. We will upload all of our podcasts to every podcasting platform, including YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, some weird one that you've never heard of, but I'm sure some fucking rando on Reddit uses. We got them all. We're all there. We're there automated every Wednesday afternoon. So tune in next week for our review of Prey and potentially Bullet Train. We love you.